So in today's video, I'm going to be installing Linux on this TicWatch Pro 2020. Now, originally for this video, I was going to go over the Pixel Watch, but you'll see how that went wrong, and I shifted my focus to this thing. I bought a Pixel Watch. Oh, fast boot options. What? Oh, no. Don't tell me. I have to do another project. Dude, I just want a smartwatch. Are you kidding me? Yeah, every single time I hit start, it says fast boot and goes back to the same screen. So I guess the OS is like borked on this thing. Okay, so even though the Pixel Watch is bricked, I contacted support and the thing has been out of warranty since like a year ago and they're still offering to send me like an RMA replacement. So yeah, sure, I'll take them up on the offer. All right, well, I have to change the video on the dime. That's the Pixel Watch in that box. I guess I'll get it back in a week. But for now, I do actually have this TicWatch Pro 2020. Now, this watch does run Android, but there is actually a Linux distribution for it, which makes it like a free and open source, non-spying on your smartwatch. So I figured that'd be pretty fun to flash on this thing. This could be either over in 2 minutes or I'll be here for the next 6 hours. So here's the AsteroidOS landing page, and there's the TicWatch Pro, and it's actually got 5 stars of support, so I expect the best. Now, my favorite feature of the TicWatch Pro is definitely like the secondary display it's got compared to the normal WearOS one, and it seems like that's got like a somewhat support, so I hope it works. Your watch is running WearOS and show instructions for Windows. Download ADB and fastboot. We already got that, so yeah, all we need is just these 2 images. Unlocking the bootloader may void your warranty. Oh no, for a watch made in 2020. Warning, do not relock the bootloader while having AsteroidOS installed because it makes the device unrecoverable. Where have I experienced something like that before? Enable ADB on your watch. I'm pretty sure I've already got it enabled because I like ripped all the TicWatch stuff out of this thing, but I can take a look. Yeah, we got ADB debugging enabled. Should be good. Next, we gotta go to fastboot. Okay, so ADB devices. Unauthorized. Okay, it found it. So, oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to accept the prompt on the watch. Yeah, I'm not really seeing it. Maybe if I, like, run the command again? No? Okay, as usual with computers, unplugging it and plugging it back in fixed it. Now we should be good. Ooh, this is a cool menu. And then should just be as easy as fastboot OEM unlock. I can't read it from here. Unlocking the device will allow to install a custom OS. A custom OS can cause your phone, oh yeah, great phone, and installed apps to stop working properly. Press the volume keys to select. This is the power button up here, and this is like the multi-function button, so, I mean, unlock is on the bottom, so the bottom button, right? Oh, I see, okay, you just pressed, there you go. Just in case I want to go back to stock, there is like images of this online, right? Oh, okay, found one on XDA, yeah, I'm definitely going to be downloading that. Okay, so we're all reset, but how do we go back to fast food? I really don't want to set this thing up again. Turn it off and hold both buttons. Alright, did it right. Then we flash the ext4 file, and then the catfish.fastboot file, and that should be it, right? Yup, there you go. We got Linux on this smartwatch. Now, let's explore this. Time. I gotta manually set the time on this thing? Oh, you know what? Yeah, I guess it doesn't have an internet connection, so that makes sense. It's currently 8:16, so I guess in military time that's 2016. And the date defaults to the 29th of May 2025. Is that when this was last updated? That's actually surprisingly recent. Welcome, this is AsteroidOS. Indicators show you possible gestures. Notifications can be accessed on the left. Today's events are on the right. I mean, will that calendar sync with like Proton Calendar? I'm not too sure. Quick settings are up here. Okay, so exactly like WearOS. Apps are down there. Is there like a selection of third-party apps I can download, maybe off like GitHub or something? Start an app by pressing its icon. To leave an app, swipe right. Oh, swipe left. Oh, okay. Is that it for the tutorial? Oh, okay, I guess so. My first impressions of this is it's really solid. I mean, look how fluid the operating system is. WearOS 2 kind of ran sluggish, but this is just instantaneous. It is so snappy. Let's head to settings and try to pair this thing to my phone, because I mean, what good is a smartwatch if it can't communicate with it? Bluetooth on but not connected. Is it like maybe an app I gotta install? I severely doubt it, but maybe it's on the Play Store? Yeah, no, didn't think so. Oh, there we go. Yep, found it on F-Droid. AsteroidOS Sync. So if it's on F-Droid, yeah, no shot this is on iOS. Last updated September 19th, 2023. Alright, where's the APK file? There it is. Holy Material 1. This is very old design, but I'm a fan. Searching for watches. It's gonna find it, right? I mean, I don't see an option to, like, pair it manually. Ooh, there it is, Catfish. And, you gonna do anything on the watch? Oh, there you go. Hello, watch. Oop, there we go. Okay, and check. There we go, just got an email on the watch. Okay, we're successfully connected. Oh no, it's just gonna send all my notifications to the thing. It won't stop, help! It just won't stop, it keeps spamming! Notifications on the watch are really nice, but I wish there was like an option to maybe like prompt it to open on the phone. I guess that's kind of WearOS exclusive, huh? Oh, and cool, yep, another persistent notification to worry about. Oops, something messed up. The watch is randomly off now. Did it like crash itself, or... Oh yeah, it just turned off. Okay, all I did is I swiped down to settings to configure something and it just broke itself. Alright. Probably just first boot jitters, so I'm not too concerned. What happens if I try to ping the watch? Hello? Bluetooth on, not connected, but it says connected on here, so yeah, this is starting to get a bit janky. After clearing this app's data and repairing everything, we should be good now, right? Okay, there we go. And really? That's all it does? It rings it once. And it's like a tiny little vibration, too. It doesn't, like, play any sound? Alright. I guess it's useful if it's on the table, but if it's on a couch, tough luck. Alright, so now let's go over some of the apps on this thing. First up, Agenda. And there is absolutely no way to add your own calendar. You have to do it all on this device, so that's useless. Alright, thank you. Next up, we got Alarm Clock, and yeah, I wonder how loud this is going to be considering the Find My Phone thing is only good if it's on a table. I guess the intention is it's going to be on your wrist while you're sleeping, so let's try it out. The alarm only goes off for a minute, and then it just shuts itself off. That's kind of a bad feature. I mean, I'm kind of like a heavy sleeper, and if my alarm turns itself off, I'm gonna miss work, dude. That's not okay. Next up, Calculator. Yeah, it's a calculator. Next up, we got Compass. No data. Oh, you gotta calibrate it by doing a figure 8. I look so stupid right now. After flailing around like an idiot for a few minutes, we got it working. And it just unfixed itself. Alright, next app. Diamonds. This is like 2048, right? Where you like move them and you merge them. Yeah, it's exactly that. This is a fun time killer. Let's try out Flashlight. Oh, it's not really so bright. I mean, the Apple Watch, it like ramps up the display to like the brightest possible. It's just a white image. You know what I mean? When you're like on the screen, it's the normal white image, but when it goes away, it just ramps up the brightness to the brightest possible. It doesn't quite do the same. Next up, heart rate. Oh, so that's what the alarm does. It snoozes itself for 5 minutes automatically if it doesn't wake you up. Oh, okay, I thought it just turned itself off. Pretty close between each other, but I guess it's not like an AsteroidOS thing, it's more so the sensor on the actual watch itself. Next up, music. Oh, so it's just like a media controller. Okay, I thought you could... I'm kind of disappointed. I thought you could locally store music on this thing. At least the controls work great, though. Next up, Stopwatch. Oh, okay, yeah, this is about the simplest stopwatch app they could have made, and I mean, you don't really need anything else, so it's fine. Timer is much of the same. Pick your time, hit the button, and wait. Weather is a pretty nice app. I mean, it defaults to New York, but I'm not gonna dox myself, so yeah, just enjoy these temperatures. Now, unfortunately, it seems to not display like that cool LED thing it had on WearOS where it like saves battery and looks like a normal digital watch. Can we like maybe fix that in settings? Maybe turning off always on display? Ooh, there we go. Okay, that fixed it. I'm really glad this is still working on this watch. I'd also prefer my time not to be in military time. Can we like maybe change it to, you know, standard US format or... Oh, 12-hour format, there we go. Works on the normal watch face, and the secondary one too. What else can we configure in here? Nightstand. This is that feature, if you plug it in while it's on its side, it turns into like a normal desk clock, right? I guess if you can call this a desk clock. I mean, it's not oriented sideways, but good enough. Oh, and it shows you the battery charge and like a ring around the time. That's pretty neat. We can change the wallpaper too on this, apparently. There's some really good ones in here. Ooh, I like this one. Slick. There's some watch faces pre-installed on this. This would be really cool if I could actually tell time. White on a bright color like green doesn't really work too well though, so I guess, yeah, let's just switch our wallpaper to this. Much more readable. Launcher. What does this do? Oh, it's like, oh, you can change how you launch your apps. Perfect, because sliding around all of them like it's the iPod Nano 6, it's kind of clunky. That is so much better. Okay, so that's the AsteroidOS stock installation, but maybe we can get some like third-party apps on this thing? Hello again. Documentation. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm getting a call. Yeah, the call prompt didn't show up on the watch, so you can't take calls on the watch, unfortunately, but anyways, back to what I was doing. For users, quick start guide, applications, synchronization clients. You can use more than that app I was using. Let's head to applications. These are all the official ones, blah, 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 blah. Give me the community ones. Asteroid Map, Asteroid Health, Asteroid Dodger. Okay, so these are some games. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot in the community section. Is there maybe like another repository we can fetch from? Yeah, I did a Google search. This is really it. Okay, I guess we could try out one of these. .ipk? Never seen that file before. Okay, so we push the package to the watch, SSH, and install the package. Wait, how do I actually push it to the watch? I guess USB? We can just paste the same command with the actual IPK file, right? Oh, okay, yeah, it seems like it's working. Let's push Blaster 2, and then opkg install blaster.ipk. Oh, you know what? Do I need Linux for this? This is probably the worst way to run Linux. Oh no, are you kidding me, Windows? I'm in the middle of a project! Why do you think I installed 10LTSC? So you wouldn't bug me? You still found a way to do updates? Oh, cool. I can use my computer now? And it's stuck. Okay, yeah, I love Windows so much. It's really just the best operating system. After some troubleshooting, I got WSL working, so should be good now. Conflicting requests. Solution 1, do not ask to install Asteroid Blaster? Oh, wait. What kind of error is that? And it's not in the watch either, so yeah, I guess that's not working. Maybe Dodger will work? No? Okay. Seems like it might be like a dependency issue, but that GitHub repo, it didn't have any of them bundled in, it just had the IPK file, so I guess we could just force it? Okay, that worked. Oh, and it pushes it like to the very bottom of all the official apps, okay. Okay, so, oh, it's like a motion thing. This is gonna be impossible to play on your wrist, but for now, just holding the watch, pretty fun. Yeah, this is definitely one of the better apps for this platform, and it kind of reminds me of like the Pebble. You guys remember that, like back in 2015? I actually had one of those in like elementary school. It was kind of like my Game Boy on my wrist. Didn't Pebble get revived and there's like a new one coming out? Wow, I should probably order one of those. Oh, right, let's do Dodger. Oh, okay, yeah, it seems like this is developed by the same guy. This one guy is just carrying this platform with good games. The play again button just says die again. Nice touch. You can tap the screen to pause it, and there's a debug option. Ooh, what can you do with this? Oh, it just shows the frame rate. So that's about it for AsteroidOS and installing Linux on a smartwatch. Now, while old WearOS actually has more app support, and I mean, you can sideload like normal phone APKs onto the thing and use it, I think this is a fun project to play with, especially if you want a private smartwatch. Oh wow, they got one of the first Android Wear devices on this thing. If you ask me, AsteroidOS is mainly for if you already have a WearOS smartwatch collecting dust and you want to do something with it. If you're actually looking for something brand new, I would go with Pebble, no question. These smartwatches recently came back from the grave, and they actually run PebbleOS, which is an open source operating system. And Pebble has got so many apps, it's insane. Dude, I'm telling you, when I was in elementary school back in like 2016, I was playing Mario on my watch, okay? However, if you want something a bit more basic like a fitness band that doesn't track you, I would definitely go with the Pine Time by Pine64. It tells the time, reads your heart rate, tells you how many steps you got, and I mean, it shows you notifications from your phone, and there is actually a lot of other features you can get from it if you install a different operating system on it. And I mean, the thing is like $26, okay? You really can't go wrong with the Pine Time either. Anyways, thanks for watching, and let me know what other projects you want me to do in the comments below. Alright, I'll see you later.